Hi, I'm Mike. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a kind of cool trick where you can have text or images or whatever you want scroll inside of a box on either of the Mag Plus layers. You can see it happening here in this sidebar page for Maxim. It's a trick that uses HTML, but I promise it's really simple even if you don't know HTML. So I'm going to start here in InDesign where you see I've built out the full width of this thing I want to slide here in InDesign, and this is the space where I want it to go. Space is obviously narrower than what I want to fit there. So the trick to this is that I need to turn that InDesign sidebar into a picture, into a PNG. So the way I'm going to do that is I've just copied that whole group of things. Now I've opened up Photoshop and selected New, and you can see that when I do, Photoshop automatically grabs the right pixel dimensions for that whole object that I've copied out, and when I paste it in, it becomes just the right size. So now I'm just going to save it as a PNG file. You can see all the text and the images are there. So this is an easy way to make an object just the right size that you've built in InDesign into Photoshop. I'm making a new folder for it called HTML, and that's important because I need the HTML file I'm going to make and this PNG to be in the same folder and not in the same folder as the InDesign file. That's a stipulation within Mag Plus HTML. The InDesign has to be in a different folder than the HTML. So you can see here, I'm taking note of the pixel dimensions because I need to put that into my HTML document. So I'm just going to leave that open. Now what I'm opening here is an HTML document that's super simple, and you can download this off our website. Essentially, I'm just creating a web page that only has one piece of content, just this image. So we just use a same HTML file, and you only need to change three things in here. The name of the file, that PNG I just made, and the dimensions. Is what you're telling it is, this is a web page and just load this one image that's that size. And when we create our HTML box in Mag Plus in InDesign, it's going to load this page. The box is going to be smaller than the image, so we're going to get that scrolling effect. So there I've just saved or entered in those two pieces of information. Now I'm going to save this as a new kind of HTML file. So again, we just keep using the same HTML file and saving as, and you can get this out on our site. I'm saving this in the same folder as that PNG so it knows where to look for it when it goes to load this page. That's really all there is there. Now I go back into InDesign. I need to create my HTML box where this is going to load. So I just draw a regular box in here. And to get this just the right size, I'm going back over where I built this full thing out, and I'm drawing a box over the top just to give me the right dimensions so I know how tall to make it and how wide I want it to appear. Drag that into place, and now I just need to tell the system that this is an HTML box. Making sure that's on the right layer first. Again, this can be on either layer that you want it to be on. So under Object Type, I select HTML. Now I just need to point to that HTML file so it knows what to load in this box. Here's my folder, my HTML folder, and there's my HTML document. Now I also want in the previews for an image to load in this. One of the things you can do in HTML boxes is you can place an image in there. It won't ever load. The HTML file is what will load, but it means that when it makes the preview, it'll have something in that box. Otherwise, it'll look empty, and you don't want that. It also gives you a good chance to check that your height and your dimensions of this are the right size. So now if I go out and do a fast review, let's see if this worked. I'm just going to be showing you on the simulator here, but this would be on your iPad. So there you see, my image is scrolling through in this box because the box I've made is narrower than the full width. The same trick will work if you need vertical scrolling objects as well.